This is a training video for the Weebly website of California Progress, Inc. And we're going to start here on the Weebly login page. You can see the address here, and you can drop in your username and password, which will be on your red sheet. This will automatically fill in for me, but you can find that information on your red sheet. And the first page that it takes you to once you log in is sort of a intermediary page where you have some of your account information. You can pull that over here. Account settings, credit card, all of that is in this section. There's some other reports and things there that will be basic that you can kind of check on the site traffic and things after that's gone live and the activity on the site. But mostly what we want to do from this portion is hit the Edit Site button in the upper right. Alright, so from this page, this is where you edit the site. If this pops up for you, you can just close out of this. Once the site goes live, that should not be there anymore. The editor for Weebly is pretty user-friendly because you can see the site itself, but you sort of have these overlays of other things that are going on. You can see as you hover over, you see some editing features pop up. And it works pretty easy when you want to just edit text. So for instance, if I want to change text in this box, I click on the box, I can highlight, I can type into here, I can, move things around or change formatting, bold, italics, underline, kind of standard editing tools. If I wanted to create a link within this text, I could highlight, hit the link button, and then choose either a page on the website or a outside URL and plug that in. You can see here if I choose a standard page, it lists all the pages in the site for me to choose from. So if I wanted to do that, I could just close out, and now you can see this is highlighted blue, and it will be a link, a live link within the site. Also, for instance, this text has a gold color to it. You can see here that if I click on the text tool, that gold is selected. It's also italicized. Again, basic formatting. You can also choose left align, right align, bullet points, all those sort of things. So feel free to click into these boxes and type as needed or remove or expand upon text. Now the other portion that you'll probably be editing are photos. So if I select this photo, it's just got some toolbars around it here that I can size it up or down easily from the corner. If I double click on this, it'll give me some additional features, like I can edit the image, and you can adjust the cropping, adjust the colors, add text over the top, that sort of thing. Or you can replace the image altogether and upload a new one from your computer. You can also do lightbox that will sort of expand the image out. You can link the picture, and you can see that looks just like what we were doing a while ago with the text. You can link it to another page, align it, work on spacing. Right now there's a margin at the top and the bottom, but not the left and the right. And there's a few other things. You can add a caption to it and type into that box. Advanced will give you things like a border color, picture in a picture, alternate text for other search engines to read. If you wanted to add an additional picture, you can use the toolbar over here on the left. These are all of the elements that you can add to a page. So I could take this image tool and literally just drag it in there, and it'll create a third column so that I can upload a new picture and drop that in. All right, that's some of the basic image editing tools. And then you can see that there are other types of tools too, lots to choose from over here on the left. For instance, this one that says drag elements here, this is just a section. So in the structure portion of the toolbar, you'll see that there are sections, and sections add onto the site, so that if you wanted to add a new section, I could drag that down here and immediately it pops up and I can choose a layout. Maybe it's a photo gallery or a menu or featured item. When you click on these, you can see some samples that it'll give you. For instance, you could drop in a background with text over the top, and I'm going to hit save there, and then put a different background in, edit the background, change out the picture, and then any text here as well. You could type in new text, replace that, and you'll see here every once in a while that you'll see a blank box. That's a spacer box. You can see that it's marked to spacer. If you get rid of that, it'll just move text up a little bit. Sometimes spacers are just helpful to get things right in the center where you want them. So those are sections, and then dividers and spacers are in there as well. Dividers are literally just little divider bars. For instance, if I wanted to put a division between this and this, there could be a white bar there. Other items too would be the image gallery. So if we wanted to add an image gallery onto a page, let's look at going to a different page. So there's two ways to get to other pages. You can go here to projects and then Latham Park, and that'll take you there. You can also go up here to the Pages tab, and it'll show you all of the pages within the site. There are a few that are turned off. They have a little eyeball with the cross through them. Those aren't showing right now. So only the ones like these that don't have the eyeball are the ones that are showing. The ones that are indented are actually sub-menu items of the main navigation. So all of these are sub-pages of projects. And you can go either place. If you click here, it'll take you to the page. Or let's go back again. Whoops, I got out of it. Edit site. If you go to pages and click here, it'll take you to the page. All right, so if we wanted to add a gallery onto this page, we can easily do that by scrolling down maybe to the bottom of the page. And actually there's one already here, but let's go back to build so that we get all of our tools back in the toolbar. We can drag gallery and put that right in here. Click on upload images, and then as you start to upload images, it will start filling out boxes like this. So, and this one already has 3 in it. So let's take a look at it. By clicking on it, I can see that it has 3 columns. The spacing has a little margin, top and bottom. There's no captions set right now, but you certainly could turn on captions, and they have even some fancy features for those. And then advanced, again, there's some spacing between images, borders. The ratio is a rectangle right now, but you can change that to a square. And then certainly you can hit add images and upload as many images as you want. Now, if you wanted to change images within that box, let's see here if I can get to that. Okay, I can choose to delete images by clicking on the picture itself. So you can see, rather than picking the whole box, which is kind of in this border space, and I get all of these options, if I click on the picture itself, I get these options where I can link the photo, create a caption, or delete this image and then go back and add a new one. So that's how you edit galleries. And then, for instance, I have one that's sort of sitting here hidden right now. If I want to get rid of this, X out of that and delete. Now, an important tool that I haven't mentioned yet is the Publish tool. After you've made your edits and it's ready to go live, be sure to hit this Publish button in the upper right-hand corner, and that will make all of the changes go live to the internet. There are a number of other tools that you can use, including adding a contact form, additional buttons, obviously text. If I wanted to add more text into this box, I could drag in the text box and then add text into this box. That type is coming up gray right now, and we want to make sure that that's black. So there's lots of different tools that you can drag in from the side. Most of the ones that you're going to want are probably in this top section, but there are a few more down here for additional forms, surveys, social media icons, and things like that. The other items I'd like to cover are the rest of the menu items here at the top. Theme you probably will not have to alter. That is the theme for the whole website, and that's the colors. Changing the theme you really don't want to do. That's going to change the look of the entire website. Changing fonts, maybe. If you go into these sections, you can see the site title and it shows you what the font is that's set, or for instance, the paragraph text right now. I'm going to make that, remember how it came up gray a while ago? I'm going to make that a darker color so that's easier to read. And then different options within here. You can change the look of buttons, the type, style, and the size on the buttons, and that sort of thing. So fonts you might want to change, and then theme options, you can leave this as is. It's on full width, and it should be. So not too much to change there under theme. Apps, we're not using any apps currently, so that's not going to be helpful to you. Settings has a few things that we will have already set by the time it goes live, but these are things like the category of the type of business, a few SEO settings that you can see here. You don't have multiple editors of the site set up at this point. You don't have members of the site, so and you don't have a blog at this time. So most of these are just kind of here under general or SEO for general settings. That's a basic overview of how to use the Weebly website. If you have any questions, feel free to call Firehouse Design at 573-893-6937.